Alright, garden diary. First one of the year, 2023. I've tried to do this 3 times. My phone keeps quitting on me, so I'm going to make it a fast one. What am I growing? Right now I've got some lettuce and some kale. I've got a bunch of mustard greens that just popped up the other day. A lot of cold weather crops here. I'm trying to get ahead of the rain that we're supposed to get. We're supposed to get rain for the next 4 days or something, so I'm trying to get the strawberries weeded out and fertilized today before the rain comes. I've got about, half of it done so far. So I'm just trying to pull any of the grass and the junk that grew up in here over the winter pulled out, because I don't want to fertilize that. So last year we had to come through here and transplant everything from behind the office because it was just not working out over there. I had to keep the dogs out of it and chose this area, so I brought everything over here. Roll and I spent a day after work doing that. So I'm about halfway there. Some of the grass from the yard made its way in here, so I've got to get that out of here. And then I'm taking the compost and putting it around all the root balls, especially if they get disturbed. And then I'll throw a light dusting of straw on top of that, just so that when the strawberries do come, they're not sitting on top of the compost. But you see there's some crabgrass. My potatoes are finally in the mail, so I got to get this bed over here sifted out, because the potatoes are going to go in this new row back here once I get it fenced in, and I got to get it recomposted. The horseradish came back up. Sweet potatoes are going to go here, some of them anyway. I've got probably about 150 at this point, so I'll probably take the rest of them and where this grass is, put more compost down there and put a row of sweet potatoes there. I've got some russet potatoes already planted up in here along with some beans. The lettuce isn't popping up. I think it's still just a smidge too cold for some of it, but this lettuce is popping up nice, and even some sunflowers that volunteered from last year, so that's cool. So I got some lettuce in here. I've got some radishes in here. I've got more kale, which is finally popping up. It got beat up by some hail the other day. Cooper came in here and matted stuff down. I've got carrots planted already. Those are up underneath this underlayment, and the underlayment helps to keep the seeds moist. And then I've got some early variety cauliflower in here along with some oregano and thyme to kind of help keep the cabbage moths out of here this year. I also have some shade cloth, some roll cloth that I can toss over this too to kind of help a little bit. And then the garlic is coming up. This stuff is doing pretty good. I've got some music and some German white that I'd gotten from Mad River Garlic, and then my favorite gal Sue up the way, I got some of the Polish variety from her in the fall, and that I planted in the fall. The music and the stuff from Mad River I planted actually about a month ago, and it sat in my garage all winter, so I'm hoping that faked it out enough to make it think that it went through a winter. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up already. I pulled some of Brian's chives over here and put that next to my peppermint. There's some chamomile growing. So, considering we're still having nights in the 30s, high 30s, mid to high 30s, there's a lot growing. This row of garlic didn't do good. This was just stuff from the store I was playing around with to see how it would do, and it did crappy. So I'll throw some onions in here after this weather comes through. These can turn into onions. So, and I've got some Swiss chard I'll probably toss over here too. So that's it for now. Getting the diary started early, so this is what it looks like. Might get some more. I have some peas planted. Still have some cleanup to do. This underlayment makes a mess, but it does great at killing off grass. I got to get this cattle panel put up too. I want to get one more row of peas put in here. I've got some basil along here with my sage, and I want to put some peas along that too. And I've got peas planted along the fence over here too to let those climb up. So there's a lot of stuff already going on in here for being this early. The apple trees are starting to get their leaves. The deer tried to eat those and some of the strawberries over the winter, so I was happy to see they didn't kill them off. They didn't touch the cherry trees. Only 3 of the cherry trees made it from the 6 that I got, so I might have to order more next year when I get blueberry bushes. But so anyway, first garden diary. Strawberries are getting taken care of, greens are started, and potatoes are on their way. So that's it. Have a great day.